Everything is always so serious. We're talking news, we're talking politics, and it's so divisive. So I want to do something to kind of bring us together here. And it looks like we are sending out to DLive, to Periscope, on Twitter, to Facebook. Twitch is still trying to catch up right now, so we'll see what happens there in just a second. We'll give that just a moment here. That'll let us get everything else set up. But I mean, yeah, it looks like YouTube dropped right in line, which was surprising because it was looking like we were having problems with that a bit earlier today. So let's see what happens there. Looks like we've already got some viewers over on Facebook here. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play some Fallout New Vegas for a little while and just see how everything goes, how my computer handles, and what we can do. It looks like Twitch is here, so I guess let's get into everything. So, I'm not playing this blind, and that's going to be something I'm going to say off right away. I've played this game before. I played it all the way to the end. Let's actually get this started while we're doing this here. So yeah, I've absolutely played this to the end. This is one of my favorite video games. I've never actually played it to the end in the God mode that they give you when it comes time to let's give this a second here to catch up and make sure, of course, that this is going to catch my screen cap. So it doesn't look like it's going to. Otherwise, we might have to adjust a few things here. There it goes. There it's popped in. So yeah, like I said, I've played this before as far as something which I've gone all the way to the end on the vanilla game. I added the DLC recently, and that's changes things. And I played it most of the way through with the DLC. I've played all the DLC at this point as well, so I've never played to the end with the DLC. So this will be a little bit of an interesting thing to go through. Of course, if you're watching this over on Facebook and you want to get in on the live chat, you're always welcome to pop over here and chat with me while we're doing this. I've got the live chat bot sitting over here to my left, which I'll be checking in with as we go. So leave a message in. If you're new to this stream, thank you for coming in. I am normally a political analyst, and that's what I do on all of my channels, but I decided that I wanted to do something different and kind of share a little bit of my passion. Some of my wind down time with you almost, so I don't know. I'm gonna probably not do commentary until I get some people starting to roll in. It doesn't look like I got anybody watching live right now. It's football Sunday. People are spending time with their families, and this was sort of unannounced, but I figure we'll go until 7:30. That's when the Packer game is, and then I'm gonna go watch Packers. Everybody else is welcome to sit back and find their other gaming streams afterwards, but this is Wisconsin, and while I don't much care for most football anymore, I do still love the Packers. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to start a new game, of course, do a little bit of commentary as we go. Hopefully we'll get some people rolling in as we go as well, but yep, we'll start a new game and start a new character. Yes, I know my autosave is going to be lost. Hold on a sec. We gotta check on something here. I gotta make sure. Okay, good. I do have volume up. Oh, I might have to cancel out of this because I did it that way. Alright. Take two. We're going to get this game started again. I'm not even going to drop out alive. So sorry about the rough start here. I did have to make sure that we had volume coming in on everything, because what good is the game going to be without volume? And I do have to check one of my settings before we get back into. So let's start this again. Let's get everything queued back up. Apologize on the rough start. It's my first time running with this, so. See, once it all learns what to do all the time too, it actually hits pretty quick and it learns how to focus it a little bit faster. So looks like I'm getting some people probably just scrolling by, popping in on Facebook. If you want to get once again in the live chat, all the links are below. So go ahead and get on over to YouTube, DLive, or Twitch, and let's go ahead and get some conversation going here. Now, the first thing we gotta do, I gotta do this on settings, is we gotta make sure the radios are off, because this is streaming to YouTube as well as everything else, and they will content slap the crap out of you. They're probably gonna hit me for the intro, unfortunately, so there's nothing I can do about that. I'm gonna take the volume down a little bit too. Yeah, unfortunately, and the radio music in this game is incredible. The soundtrack of this game is incredible, but unfortunately, like I say, I'm transmitting this over to YouTube, and I'll get a copyright slap for the fact that I'm going to transmit it to YouTube. So, let's take 2 for starting a new game. I do hope this is warped enough to the point where YouTube won't catch it, but I know they will.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the Earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Dig that Matthew Perry post Friends.
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Maybe cons kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
And that is the introduction to Fallout New Vegas. It's a pretty epic introduction. I really enjoy watching it. It was done very, very well. Matthew Perry, of course, shown in that. Now, I have all of the DLC to this, and of course I didn't go out and buy it originally, so the game is going to be kind of broken for me in the beginning. I know, like, Razorfist had said when he reviewed this game that the difficulty curve of this game was vertical, and I played vanilla before I put any DLC on, including any of the weapons packs that came with the DLC, and yeah, he's absolutely right. The first time you play this game, it is absolutely broken. So that's going to be something that, you know, now that I've got these items that are just loading like this, it's all going to be easy. It'll be a little bit easier because you've got an arsenal to at least start with. You're not just going out blind with it, whatever you can find, but yeah. And some of the stuff you can sell too. You start off with a little bit of the in-game currency bottle caps, so that'll be fun because like half this crap I don't use.
You're awake. How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
And I don't know, I was listening to the Allman Brothers earlier today, so let's go. Let's do that classic song. That's going to be our name for this game.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name.
Fortunately, I can't play the song because, you know,
Welcome to Good
YouTube.
Spirits. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
So, you probably noticed by the name, of course, that I'm going to go for the female courier on this one, because, you know, my F key is a little bit sticky on my laptop, so occasionally it just zooms out without me knowing, and I'd like to have something to look at. It doesn't really change too much, depending, of course, between the two, other than the fact that, yeah, you've got a female character to look at instead of a male one. But, of course, playing as a female courier, there are other perks that go along too, like Black Widow is one of my favorite perks. I'm probably going to take it right on away and as soon as I get it because it changes your dialogue options. So we're going to do that. You're going to stay with the Caucasian, I think. Let's see what we've got for presets. We'll start with that one. I like that one. That one looks fun. Change this a little bit here. I don't want to go too far off on that, but widen everything up a little bit, get a little bit of a rounder face going on. This is fun. I did not do this the first time, but this is so much fun to do. I'm boring anybody that's probably coming in here right now and checking all this out, but I don't care, it's fun. Some of this is so subtle too, and it's a lot of fun to do it this way, of course. But as subtlety goes, you're whipping with sliders that aren't going to change a whole lot. And like I said, you're not going to be seeing. I'm going to be using power armor as we get further along onto this, but. Full screen, I think. Most of the time I go with this one, but I think Jessica's gonna have this hair. I like this, so we're gonna do that. Building her. Nope, I'm building my character for Fallout New Vegas. I'm building a male lady, is what I'm building, Ron. But thank you for asking. Welcome into the stream. Hope you enjoy. I know, like I said, I don't necessarily do video game stuff, but that's what we're gonna do. So yes, this is gonna be Jessica. I said yes, this is going to be Jessica.
Well, I got most of it.
It seems
right
like every
anyway.
time I hit the
Stuff
wrong
for
option
now.
on that.
Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore. Let's see if we can get you on your feet. Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
What's nice, and we're not gonna do a whole lot with what's around here, but I mean, this is how you walk around. Mouse over is how you change, and yeah, see, that's my zoom key is sticky, so that's gonna be that. Let's look at, yep. This is Jessica in her underpants because she just got done having surgery. So, in this in Doc Mitchell's house, and we'll look at this a little bit later. They kind of screwed with you a little bit too, because if you, like, in this house, nothing is set to own. You can legitimately run around and pick everything up out of this house with no problem. The first thing you go and try to pick up outside of the house is set to owned, and I'll show you what that means later, but then people start shooting at you because you've stolen. But let's set up our special. So,
Looking good so far. Go ahead and give
yeah,
the bigger
give me my special stats.
You'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
I'm trying. So we're gonna go up on strength 1, because that'll help me with my carry weight. Perception I want 1 on, because that'll help me with targeting. Let's see. I'm usually pretty good on health. I don't do anything with unarmed, and I will be actually perking myself up on survival anyway, so I'm going to take 1 back out of this. Charisma is always worth an extra point, because that's your speech skill right there. Intelligence, I'm going to put 2 into that, because that'll help. That'll actually get us some more points that we can work with every time we level up. So we're going to put a couple points into that. That'll take off some of the some of what we're going to lose by going the rest of the way on this special stat. So that'll help us make up some of the difference as we go along. And we get 50 levels, so we're going to pretty well be at God mode anyway by the end of this. So put an extra 1 there. We're going to put 1 more into agility, because that'll help us run faster. That'll help us with the gun. It'll help us with aim. And, of course, it'll help restore action points, because we use VATS. And just so everybody knows ahead of time into this game, I'm going to abuse the hell out of VATS. I always do when I play this game. So, and luck, we're going to keep an even 5. We get an... most anything we're going to pick up, especially what we got out of the DLC packs, has got a critical bonus on it, so we're not going to have to worry too much about criticals or anything like that, so we're going to do that. And that is our special stat for Jessica, so we'll call that there.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news.
That is great
Well,
news.
we
Shut
know
your
your
fucking
rounds
mouth.
are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in a bighorn and drop it. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Alright, so I kind of like how they handled all of this in this game. This was it was a lot of fun, the way that they did the personality test, and you can go back through and set whatever perks that you want out of this, but they tried to match your perks to what your personality would be, so they made a little personality test out of this. So we'll do that, and some of the answers are kind of fun, so we'll go through all of that.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
We got cat, feed, newspaper, train, kick, and dinner. I'm going to go with cat, because that's the first thing that came to mind. Shelter, burglarize, renovate, target, investment, demolish. We're going to go with an investment on that. Night, campfire, dream, shroud, sleep, treasure, silencer. So I'm not a sneaky guy, so I want to go with dream, I think.
Bandit.
Bribe, crush, stab, Swiss cheese, vaporize, reasonable. So I think we're going to do bribe on that
Light.
one. Light. Dark, heavy, beam, flash, inspiration, torch. I'm going to go with inspiration.
Mother.
Mother. Caretaker, jeans. That's cold. Cookie jar, that's even colder. Tantrum, tattle, regret. And of course, the horrific one that comes at the end, human shield. So we're gonna build a good character. We're gonna build good karma off this. So I'm gonna go with caretaker.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Conflict just ain't in my nature. And this is all, you know, you've taken the personality test when you do the job application. This isn't 100 questions long, like all the rest of those are, but, yeah, I'm going to go with strongly agree on that.
I ain't given to relying on...
Oops, I didn't want to skip. Usually I skip through this because I play this by myself for so much, but I've been trying to let the vocal options go out of this. I ain't given to depending on others for anything. Yeah, that's me. I'm a bit of a loner, I think.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
I mean, I have a YouTube channel, so we're going to call that there.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
No, I strongly disagree with that. We'll do new. I mean, this is a new idea for me. You know, maybe try and help build some of the channels. So we'll go
I
with
charge
that.
in to deal with my problems head on.
That is definitely an agree. Strongly agree, because I do.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this?
This
me
is
what
where
you
we get
see.
a little bit funny. So what do you see? A broken chain, which I never understood where that one came from. A chemical reaction. A shadow in a door frame. An oozing wound or a two-headed ant. I thought that looked like a two-headed ant. So we're going to go with that.
Okay. How about this one?
I see a priceless work of art. It's some piece of space-age technology. A ship at sea. Or, I'm too embarrassed to say what this looks like. I'm going to call this a piece of space-age technology.
Last one.
A light in the darkness, a bearded man, a mushroom cloud, a head on a pillow. That is not what that looks like. None of those look like that to me. That looks like two bears giving each other a high five is what I see in that. But that is not an option, so we're going to call that a bearded man.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
So, tag skills. Now, obviously with barter and everything else, I can see why this is going to be this way. But I can feed points into a lot of this from the beginning. So I'm going to take barter out of this. Barter is actually one of the lowest skills I do. And we're actually going to pump some skills into repair. And you'll see why in just a little bit. I do put stuff in energy weapons, and I do use energy weapons, but I'm not going to do that. Once again, to deal with the start of this game and what's going to open up from us in the beginning, I'm going to tag that into speech. So that's going to be where we're going to start with on the advance is, repair, science, and speech, because that's going to take us as far as we can in the very early part of the game. So we'll go with that.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you. I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
No, I definitely do not have a family history of getting shot in the head. I don't think I'd last too many generations for that. So, you get 2 traits out of this. Usually they've got, each one of them has one good thing, but you got to sacrifice one thing. And I've never done this before, so this is going to be kind of a blind for me. I'm going to use Wild Wasteland because they put a bunch of fun stuff in there with the Wild Wasteland perk. I've seen other streamers get this before, and from what I've seen, it's funny. So we're gonna do that, and I'm gonna go with 4 eyes because I do almost always have my character wearing glasses or some other kind of eyewear. So we're going to go with 4 eyes on this. And that is going to be that.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
All right. So character design is done. We're gonna... you hate to do it to the guy, but we're gonna ransack this place a little bit here, because there's some stuff in here that's gonna help us along the way. Now, he's got some good condition pre-war books in here. If we were playing Fallout 3, that would actually help us out a lot. But yeah, nothing in this house is set to own, so we're gonna look into a couple other things here. Now, go back to where we were at the beginning. Now, I'm not going to go down the survival route on this and do a bunch of crafting. I'm going to do some crafting as we go along, but for the most part, that's not going to be it. But we can take today's physician. That's a magazine. That'll give us a temporary boost to medicine, so we can, if we take a stim pack, that'll give us some more health out of that. He's got a doctor's bag here that's not set to own. We're going to take that because that'll instantly heal all of our limbs. We'll be looking into that later and seeing where the problem is with that. But this is where I said let's check. Let's make sure we get the repair. So we open the crate. We've got Sunset Sarsaparilla. We want that because that'll heal us up with no radiation without burning ourselves out on stim packs. But here we've got a broken 9mm SMG. So we're going to activate that and see what the game's got to say about that. This 9mm submachine gun is broken, but can possibly be restored to fully functioning weapon. Repair of 25 or greater is required. See what I said back there? I tagged repair right away as a skill, so now my repair is 34, so I can repair this. And I've got my first submachine gun and a little bit of experience to go along with it. We can hit that. Science of 25 is greater, so we can use the chemistry set. We can use some drugs, but Jessica doesn't use drugs. Jessica's a winner. So we're not going to do any drugs out of this, but we're going to go ahead and create some stim packs. Let's see, what else do we have? Let's see what else. And again, nothing in here is set to own, so we got another couple stim packs. Anti-venom, we're going to want that. Venom in this game is usually, it's a mild thing. You don't have to worry about it too much unless you get into a dust up with these horrific looking, I think they're tarantula hawks. They're mutated hornets, and they will take you down in a hurry unless you can cure your poison. So we'll take some Rad X. We're not going to run. That's the other thing about this game and the lore. The bombs didn't hit Las Vegas, so we don't run into near as much radiation as we did in Fallout 3. So the Rad X, we're going to wind up with a lot of that by the end of this, especially by the end of the DLC. We're going to leave the crutch right now, but we'll open the gun case. We've got drained ammo. You always want to take the spent ammo if you can, because that's going to help you along going down the road when you get to reload benches and workbenches where you can recycle some of this stuff. We'll look into a little bit of that later. We've got the energy cells. That's the ammo for the laser pistol, and we've got a laser pistol that we can use. It's in here. Scrap metal. You're always going to want to take care of some scrap metal, especially going to be doing some reloading, which we are, because you can break that down into lead for your bullets and guns. Let's see what else is in here. Excuse me. That does not have a tag to it. You can grab a couple bottle caps as we go. You're going to want those. Those are your currency in this game. You can take a hat. Nothing in there. Get some extra ammo to start out with right away. We're going to leave the food for now, I think, but we'll grab some of the rest of these medical supplies. We're going to want those a little bit later. And if we were to be crafting, he's got a lot of crafting items over in his kitchen, so pay attention to that. You know, pressure cookers not as big of a deal in this game as is in 3. I do want to take some time and play Fallout 3 with you guys too, because the crafting in that game is even better. But we're gonna call it at this point. We're gonna head out there.
These are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin, but it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to me now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Was my wife's. I think she was about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen.
And if you play as a mail courier, it's his uniform that it gives you. So
Don't mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
So, as the fact that I'm not playing this blind and I've actually played this before, I considered playing under hardcore mode because that would be something new for me, but I've decided no, I'm going to play just regular mode here. If we were playing hardcore mode, we'd be going back to the kitchen and raiding the fridge because we're going to need that. So, we're going to go with no for this for right now. We'll pull up the Pip-Boy. So, I mean, this is our general condition, and then it'll show you what your radiation effect is, which is 0 right now. You got the Vault jumpsuit on, that auto-equipped, so once we zoom back out and pull back out, you'll see that. That gives me a +2 on speech and a +2 on melee weapons, which I'm not going to use. Special. The skills that we have, which we talked about there earlier. Perks that we have, which that's going to start stacking up really quick in there. And then just general information. This is going to kind of show us where we stand with other factions, but if we hit this, it also shows, you know, various statistics out of the game, our karma setting for the Wasteland, our general karma setting. We'll have, of course, different karma settings as we go along and meet some of the other factions and the other towns. It seems like every faction, some of the towns have karma associated with them. Stats, computers hacked, locks picked, creatures killed, people killed. They keep track of how many stim packs you take, the radiation chemicals you take, how many times you take drugs, which they're not called drugs in this game, they're called chems. But yeah, that's going to stay 0 because on this computer, for whatever reason, the Mysterious Stranger just kind of freezes everything up. I die all the time under Mysterious Stranger. So we're not going to do any of that. Yeah, that's kind of your statistics. All weapons fall under weapon skill category that determines how effective the weapon is. Guns, energy weapons, explosives, melee weapons, unarmed. Compare the small icon below to the left of the weapons icon to the icon showed on the Pip-Boy skill menu, and then it's the stats for the weapon. So I'm actually going to assign some things here. So one is going to be, we're going to put the SMG. 2 is your ammo switch. We'll look at that in just a little bit here. So 3, I'm going to put that laser pistol that we picked up. 4, we're going to do 4 is going to be my shotgun for right now, which we're going to be getting rid of that shotgun as soon as we can because it's a piece of crap. Let's see, what else? 5 we'll set with the weapon that's going to carry us through the beginning of the game, I think. And I think we're going to stick with that. Apparel, this kind of gives you a rundown on what your clothing is like. So we're gonna start out with this lightweight metal armor that came with, from one of the DLCs that's installed, and that's gonna carry us. Usually, it'll carry us into Zion Canyon, the first DLC, which I'm gonna tackle that right away at level 10, as soon as I can. So we'll go ahead and check that out. But obviously, we got Doc Mitchell's wife's jumpsuit. We got a tribal raiding armor that comes out that isn't kind of crap. We're gonna put a hat on because I like hats. And we've got the leather armor as well. That's just a little bit stepped down from this. And then an armored Vault 13 jumpsuit, which comes from the original Fallout, I believe. So we're not going to use that either. We'll go ahead and get rid of that because for the weight, that doesn't stack up for damage resistance. This is where we're going to go with all of our everything that we have that's going to help us along in the game. We've got our stim packs, a super stim pack, the sarsaparilla that we picked up a little bit ago. All that's going to be in there, and that'll be for the throwing spears if we keep them. But I'm going to get rid of that, so we can poison the tips of our throwing spears. So we'll get rid of that because we don't care about that. Let's see what else is there. Miscellaneous. This is going to be where our scrap is if we were to do a lot of survival and a lot of crafting. But I'm not going to do a lot of that in this playthrough. I'll do some, but not a lot of that. And then, yes, this is your ammo switch as well, because one of the things they introduced in New Vegas was you can switch your various types of ammo, and all we've got is standard ammunition right now. So let's get out of this. I'm going to set my SMG. And we are off. Excuse me. And we're going to start getting the quests for the main DLC, Old World Blues, popped on, and we've got a radio signal that goes with that, so that's up. And our level cap is raised by 5. Level cap in this game is 30 on the vanilla game, but each DLC gives you an extra 5, so level cap is 50, which the character I am using in my regular playthrough that I'm not transmitting is just about to 50. The reunion. Your Pip-Boys received a signal coordinates that lead to Canyon Wreckage west of Primm. Following its coordinates are the words Courier 6. It's signed Ulysses. We'll find out a little bit more about that as we go along, but that is going to be the last DLC that we play. Happy Trails. Your Pip-Boys picked up a radio broadcast from the Happy Trails Caravan Company. They're looking for one more member for an expedition to Zion Valley. That is probably my favorite DLC. I love Honest Hearts. It was good. A lot of people don't like it. I liked it, especially given where they started you off going into it, because you can take the DLC. I can walk right over and take the DLC now, but they recommend you do it at level 10. So we're going to do it at level 10, and at level scales anyway. But we'll do that at level 10. That's a lot of fun. Honest Heart has been loaded. Your level cap's been raised by 5, and then all of our quests are going to kick in. Gunrunner's Arsenal. We've got the Gunrunner's Arsenal, which gives us some heavier-ended weaponry that we can purchase. It's not all what's in here, but now I want to show you this right away before we go into anything else, because this is what got me shot at the first time I played this game. So we come down here. Now this you can, if you want to stash some stuff to go pick up later. There's Dead Money. Dead Money loaded in. That's a lot of fun too. I like Dead Money. We can go in. This is not set to own. We can open this with no karma loss. See what's in there. A couple cartons of cigarettes. We'll pick those up. Cartons of cigarettes in this game. You can't smoke in this game. Some of the people smoke, but you can't smoke in this game. But for £2, you can get 35 caps out of them. So it's actually worth it to pick them up as you're going along, because, the caps to weight ratio in your inventory is pretty good. So pick those up as you go, sell them off as you go, and you'll wind up with a bunch of caps right away. What's in this one? This one's got another carton. And a wrench. We're not going to screw with that right away. There's Victor. So let's see what Victor's got to say.
Howdy, partner. Might I say
This
you're
is such a
looking
parody.
fit
It's
as
so
a fiddle?
it's so hilarious. Thanks for digging me out of that grave.
I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need.
How did you happen to find me?
I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were. So I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
Which you just took a 9mm straight to the head at point blank. I don't know how the hell you're still kicking, but I guess Matthew Perry really is a bad shot. Do you know who those men were who attacked me?
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that.
How did you end up in Good Springs?
I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any.
I've never seen a robot like you before.
I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy.
Goodbye.
Happy trails!
So this is the town you start out in, and this is actually a real town just outside of Las Vegas. I've looked it up on the map. It actually kind of looks like this as well. So if you get over into that neighborhood, I recommend going and checking that out. That's pretty cool here. So now we've got Easy Pete sitting outside the bar.
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
Do you know anything about the people who attacked
The
me?
one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
Why are you called Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now, we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
You were a prospector, like digging for gold or silver?
Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
There's good money in it too, by the way. Did you ever find anything good while prospecting?
Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
What's wrong with the NCR?
Don't get me wrong. The NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not.
We'll see a little bit of
Towns
that going
like
on.
Good Springs and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
Tell me about the Legion.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though.
It's like my Discord's going nuts.
Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
What's so important about the Hoover Dam?
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
What do you use bighorners for?
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. You just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills. but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
Do you know anything about Victor?
The machine? Yes, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
Goodbye.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here, like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
And we've got plenty of firepower, so let's go into the bar.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
Doc Mitchell said you could teach me how to survive in the desert.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
And that's all of our dialogue options for that, so we'll do that. We'll go ahead and do the training mission. You get some nice, cool weaponry out of it, and it's fun.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Alright, so she auto-equipped the varmint rifle, so we'll pull that out. And first thing we'll do is we'll take the shot. And miss. So we'll look down the iron sights, which was a great addition to the this game.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
Come on.
Try
There we
crouching
go.
down and staying still. It'll help your aim.
So the control button, the left control button, puts you in crouch mode, which is your sneak mode as well, so it'll give you the indicators of whether or not you can be seen. Time, which with Cheyenne and Sunny staring straight at you, you can be seen, but you're also considerably steadier while you're down there, so...
Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Alright, I'm in.
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
So, we're gonna switch out to the end now. Let's do the 10mm. We'll do that because we can run with that in. We can run with the long gun out, but it's not anywhere near as effective. I'm going to F5 here just because there's something coming up, and if I do fail at the objective, I want to take a chance to be able to do it again. So we're going to quick save right now. Excuse me. Come on, you're supposed to be leading. Keep up.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way. Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
My perception isn't that good right now. I'm on -1 because I haven't found
that's
any
it.
glasses.
Come on!
And this is VATS. This is your targeting system, which kind of gives it the... yes, this game is on Steam, actually. That's how I bought it, so... this is how that goes, so... See if we can stack some headshots up in there. Looks like my I'm at a distance right now, so I don't know if I'm going to hit it or not, but yep, that took him. Get the gecko egg and the gecko meat. Alright, Sonny, where are you? And see, she didn't even come in and help on this one.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along.
Sure, I'll go with you.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. Come with me.
I'm gonna save right here.
Come on.
I see I got closer now, and I got much better ability to get the headshots, so... And sometimes the VATS target's the wrong target, too, so we'll, So there's one more well over here, but there's going to be a surprise as soon as we get down. So let's go ahead and hit a reload and... It appears there's a woman there.
I'm glad that's over.
Now we saved the woman.
Holy moly. If you hadn't come here like you done, I'd be a goner for sure. I came up here to draw water, but here, you should have what I got. You look thirsty.
And because you were able to do that, you get a karma boost in Goodsprings right away, which is good. That'll help you out later as we go along down the road. So, and of course, now we've got the dialogue that shows reputation and what that means. All right, Sonny, where are you? Yeah, we'll learn about that a bit later here. So let's well, let's see if we can get some stuff here. I mean, early on in the game, the caps are always good, so we'll see what's going on here. But I got to go back around and find the woman in leather. Before you venture deeper into the wasteland, you may revise your character. Nope. We're gonna leave her right as is. We don't want to revise Jessica. We like Jessica, that's why we built her this way. The Killin' Gun, welcome to my stream. Go ahead and feel free to ask any questions that you want to ask here. So, we have cross-platform chat, so if you'll be able to talk to people in all the other platforms as well. Where are you, Sonny? There you are.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Couldn't hurt.
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
I'm doing good, Killing Gun. Thanks for coming in and checking out my stream. I'm usually a political analyst. Ron will tell you. He watches my my podcast religiously and watches my solo videos as well as we go along here. But I decided that I wanted to take some time and, you know, unwind with the fans and maybe even make some new fans. So that's what we're doing right now. We're playing Fallout New Vegas. Here's what that armor looks like, by the way. That's what we see here. Like I say, it's a good armor for the start out. It'll take us well into the first DLC, so we'll get some better stuff as we go along, but that'll take us for a while. And it's only 20 pounds, so it doesn't kill us in our carry weight either. So let's check that. Is it cheating if I just fast travel back instead of doing the whole walk? Screw it, I'm doing it. And all the stuff that I can't use. Radio New Vegas. I would love to listen to Radio New Vegas as we go along here, but we would definitely trip YouTube's algorithm. So you're playing 3. Yeah, I have 3 in the background, and that actually gives my computer trouble, so I didn't think I could stream it, but I figured it out. So 3 is a great game, and I've never seen the end of it, but I'm getting to towards the end right now, so I'm not going to spoil it for you. I don't know if you're blind playing or not. So let's cheat. Screw it. So we're gonna. That's the cemetery, which is where the Brock flower is. But we're gonna go back to Goodsprings. Instead of doing the walk back, we're gonna fast travel it back. So our quest says that we gotta go over here, and we gotta go over here. And I think we're gonna go over here first, so because this is closer. This is your reloading bench, which you can use. You can break down your stuff. This is why I said get your scrap metal, because you can use it to do lead in this game. But we're not going to do anything with that right now because I don't have the raw materials to do it. And this is the workbench, which you can change your energy cells, which I think I'm going to do that, and you can recycle your spent ones. I guess I didn't think you could do that this early in the game, but you can. Actually, we're going to do that right now, as long as I can. So we're going to change all of our energy cells into overcharge. It'll just give them a bit more punch, which you're going to need here in just a second. And switch the ammo. Can I do anything else here? Oh, I can make a gecko hide belt too. I can make leather belts, and we're going to do that because those are worth more caps. So it's hard for me doing this because I'm not doing this blind. I know what's coming around the corner, so. But it is what it is. I know I still see a lot of people play this game blind. It's almost 10 years old at this point, but it is a classic. Where are you? I know you're out there. And now it's ash. And we got a poison gland to go with it. So now we'll come up here and go get the Brock flower and see some of the most disgusting enemies in the game for sure. If I'm not mistaken, other than some of the DLC, this is like one of the only places you see these. Which, I mean, you've played Fallout Shelter or anything like that, you'd think you'd see them all throughout the game because they're all throughout the game in Fallout Shelter, but they're only here and in a couple places around here anyway, and that is the bloatfly. Let's, I'm gonna do this, because I've got more ammo this way. And the SMG will just spray and pray. So... Okay, do I have to Vatsu, you tiny? Pretty self-explanatory. It's just a mutated housefly. Oops. Alright, there is one more of you buzzing around here. Where'd you go? I'm not crazy, right? You guys saw the other one too. Anyway, here is our quest objective. And here is where the whole thing started, right here. This was in the opening cutscene. And here is a quest item. So let's pick some of these up here. We'll see what happens with these later. Much later, because I'm probably going to go through all the DLC. We see some fresh graves here as well, but unfortunately... we can't grave rob yet. There it is. I knew there was another one. Alright, so that is... that is the Brock flower. And we'll go ahead and fast travel back here. Even though the game hasn't taught us how to fast travel yet, we'll go ahead and fast travel back here. And now we're going to go the other way. There's the bighorners. These ones won't attack you on sight like the other ones will. What's kind of lame about the way that they set this up is, I mean, they put the houses here for decoration, but most of them are boarded up and you can't go into them. What you can do is come around back here, because it's Doc Mitchell's house. Oh no, this is set down. So yeah, this will put you on the naughty boy list if you go and try and take any of that. But if we go over to the schoolhouse here, tis why mods are great. Yeah, I have not figured out how to do mods yet. Welcome to Stream Coded Humor. Thanks for stopping along. So over here is where our quest marker is taking us. We got some red blips over here. So we have giant praying manti. Hey, none of that. We also have giant praying manti that will fall through the screen. Yeah, I'd be interested in doing some mods. Even if the aesthetics, I've seen some of the mods where all the text in front of me is all blue, and I really like that. I like blue, so I'd love to change my text over like that. But doing some of the other thing. Here is our other quest marker. We'll do this, but we can come over here as well and see that we can enter this building and explore it. But there's some other cool stuff around here as well. Go to settings display and change it to blue. Can I? Is it that easy? Am I that dumb? 2 full playthroughs, and I never knew that. Thank you, Van. Two full playthroughs, and I thought that I needed to have a mod for that. Thank you so much, Van. Yes, I know. I see some jalapenos back here, so we'll grab those. And I always thought the Mitten Squad had a mod going when he did that. Let's see what's in the schoolhouse, even though I think everybody here, especially knowing that, knows what's in the schoolhouse already. Hey, come now. Hey. Holy crap, I suck at this. I had about 110-ish mods. Took me about 3 months to fix the game so it won't crash and die. I apologize for that. Yeah, I see some of the mods and, I thought it'd be kind of cool and interesting to play with them a little bit here. I learned how to do console commands not that long ago, but I'm not going to do it. Alright, there's nothing in the egg stack, but let's go ahead and... Hey! Who said you could attack? Jerk. Magazine. Yes, I did know there were radio stations, but I see most of you are coming in for... oh, that flows right into what Midget B just said. I see most of you are coming in from Twitch to watch this. And they won't do it for Twitch, but they will copyright hit me for using them if I do it on YouTube. Which, I mean, I'm not monetized, so it's not that big of a deal, but that is something that, yeah, I'm not gonna do the radio stations just because of that. Otherwise, yeah, I would have it going because it is a lot of fun to sit and listen to Mr. New Vegas and everything that he has going on. Metal boxes that just have junk in them. Let's see. There's not much in this building as well, and that's, it's fine. You could still rack up some experience, and there are a couple things over there, but I like the radio, the soundtrack in this game. I like the regular music in the game too, but I really like the radio soundtrack. I like that kind of music, so it's not that big of a stretch for me, I guess. Yeah, I was watching NixPip's 76 stream earlier, and we were talking about the same thing. And on my regular podcast, I actually got slapped with that. What happens is the copyright owner will come out and put a claim on that. They won't, usually for a short claim, unless you're actually like putting the full music out there, like the full song out there for like a 30-second or a 2-minute clip or whatever it is, like I use on my regular solo videos. They'll just tell you that you can't monetize off of it, but they won't strike you for it. I've been doing that for quite a while. Twitch is a little bit more lenient. I don't know what DLive is like, but yeah, as far as YouTube goes, yeah, they'll hit you for the in-game, or the radio in-game, they will hit you for because it's copyrighted. Right, but then they have to go back through the licensing with the original songwriters. Some of them are old enough where it actually shouldn't matter, but I know it's still going to. It's a YouTube thing, man. The babies! Uh-oh. Crap, I'm out of ammo. Crap, I'm out of ammo again. Most of... No, I guess they do have stuff on them. I didn't think that most of the... Because they're little, I didn't think most of them had stuff on them, but some of them do. The forelegs are great, too. If you do a survival, or you do pick up some of the stuff for survival, it's completely weightless, and you can either sell it along, or just carry it on your inventory. It never picks up weight throughout the entire... I've got hundreds of them on my other game, on the other character I'm building out there, and they just never build weight on them. But that's also a survival character, so. Now, here we're sitting... What do we do for skills? I don't even remember. Alright, so... We've got two options here. We've got the safe where we can do the regular lockpick and possibly go through some of the bobby pins that we have. Otherwise, we've got this terminal here, and spoiler alert, they are connected. So we've got Programmer's Digest there, which I'm actually going to use on this because we're starting out in the game. You know, about the toolbox, we've got some scrap electronics. So we're going to check that, but we'll go ahead and pop into this. Well, first we'll read the magazine. Programmer's Digest. That'll give us a little bit of a boost to our science skill and help make this even easier than what it's going to be. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. Yeah, I know. And it's Google too. It's Google is what's doing it because, well, no, because Twitch will mute it too if you do a video on demand, which I don't do on Twitch, but yeah, they'll go through and mute. I guess they're really, really hard on Country Road for 76, which it's not even the original recording. So I think that was recorded specifically for 76, the recording they use in there. So I don't know what the problem is there, but yeah, I guess they're really hard on that one. I've modded Fallout 4 past the mod limit. I started combining mods together for more mod space. Still runs mostly fine. Yeah, my poor laptop actually won't run Fallout 4, so I'm going to be building I think a computer after the first of the year, and we'll see what it's like. I'm interested to play it. I like it, and I lived over. You can see behind me, I've got an interest in Eastern Massachusetts, so it'd be fun to go and see Diamond City in there. Thanks for the Fallout 76 flop. I guess I don't understand what's going on with the flop, but let's see if they've got me anything where I can make this a bit easier. Take some of the duds out, if you will. Looks like they're not going to give me much, though. There's another one. So weird going from the end of the game back to the beginning where you actually might fail an easy lock terminal. So let's look and see what we got. 2 of 7 correct for bandits. 3 of 7 is correct for parties, which I'm guessing they're going to be the same one. The I and the S, maybe. Maybe not. Warlike? That works. You skip on comments. Did you know about the terminal trick? No, guess I don't know about the terminal trick. Could you enlighten me on that? I'm trying not to skip on comments. I apologize. I've got a very short window here because I'm doing on a multi-stream. So we'll go ahead and we'll open the lock. And lo and behold, now we don't have to pick it anymore. So we get some caps, get some drugs, some money. Oh, scrap electronics. I didn't want that, but the stealth boy we want. We definitely want that for later in the game. Super stim pack. We definitely want that. No, this is my my first stream doing video games, so usually, like I say, I've got the podcast going, I'm talking to a guest, and, you know, we're talking about what's going on in the news, what's going on in politics. It's I'm a political analyst on normal streams, so I want to unwind and, you know, learn how to do this and talk to you people and have the people pop on here. It was dud removal and tries replenished between the... Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Yeah, I didn't know about that for the first playthrough I went through that. I didn't find that out until the second playthrough when I was watching somebody else play Fallout 3. Country Road became a meme song thanks to Fallout 76's flop. Country Road's always been a meme song. Country Road has been a meme song since it was new. I'm sorry. There's a reason that they made such a big deal out of it when they had it on My Name is Earl. Alright, so we finished our quest here. So now we're going to go back and talk to Sonny. And I tripped Goodsprings Source, so we're just going to fast travel over there. Might as well. And we'll jump. Oh, we got a red blip. Where'd he go? He was right there. Oh well.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder.
Country
Go on over to
Roads,
that
let's it
campfire
go.
now.
It's a me, Mario.
Give it a try.
Yeah, you guys want to pop in my Discord and share some of the memes out there. If you do ! Discord in there, the bot on Twitch will give you a link for it. And with the ingredients that we have, go ahead and highlight it, hit accept, and
Hey, that's
we
not
have
bad,
healing
see?
powder.
All it
Yay.
takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you
Oh, what
need.
the hell, bot?
Might need
Why
to do
didn't you
some
work?
on your guns and ammo, maybe.
Okay, I
Important
apologize.
thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever. Well, I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the
Okay,
jukebox.
apparently I messed
Cheyenne would
something
never
up when I
forgive
set
me.
that up. I
Hey, do
apologize
me a
for
favor.
that. Because I just
Trudy,
set that up
she's the
last night
bartender
for
up
the
at the Prospector.
podcast
Kind of the town
on
mom.
Monday.
She
So
likes to meet newcomers.
I'm a liar, apparently.
She'd be cross
I
if I didn't ask
apologize.
you to
I'm
poke your
sorry.
head in and say hi.
I would have Ron put the link in there, but I have links disabled over on YouTube because it's in the description over on the YouTube side. Alright. So now we got to go back and meet Trudy. Well, let's go ahead and zip back over there. Yeah, Easy Pete still sitting there.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
Yeah, let me know how that works out for you.
Now, if you're not gonna buy something,
Oh, my
get out.
Discord.
What the hell is your problem?
Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Got a special discount for you after what you done for us.
And I'm not going to do a lot with this here for right now with what she's got in. I do want to clean her out of this though, because I want the caps. see if I can get some star bottle caps out of here. But let's unload some of this stuff here. Some of the stuff we're not going to use from the DLC, especially since she's got the caps to take it all. That I use. That will be going away. Okay, maybe she doesn't have the caps to do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, the scroll wheel on this game will drive me nuts because it always messes with what I have in the other window. So now I can't see the bottom of the chat. That's fun. Alright, well, I can fix that in a second here. Get rid of this because I'm not going to use it because I don't use that kind of weapon. Get rid of the drugs because Jessica doesn't use drugs because she's a good person. Keep the weapon repair kits. Those, I never used those the first time through, but those wound up being pretty handy, I found, going along, especially in some of the DLC. So we'll take that.
Another satisfied customer.
We'll go through the speech options and then we'll go jump out of the game quick and fix my live chatter.
About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him.
Where's Ringo now?
He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill.
Why not just kill Cobb and be done with it?
You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him.
Powder gangers?
Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of
all the problems come from
blasting
California.
powder isn't
Imagine
the
that.
best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now.
Never mind. I want to talk about something else.
All right.
So what happens if I help Ringo?
If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Goodsprings. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad. And they've got a lot of friends out there.
Yeah, they're still jerks. So I help Ringo and Goodsprings will like me more. What if I help the powder gangers?
Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit.
Who was the man you were arguing with?
He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Powder gangers is what they call themselves. Plenty more like him out there.
I'm trying to track down the people who attacked me. Know anything about them?
Not much, other than they're a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor, by accident, and it hasn't been working since.
Did my attackers say where they were going?
They were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checkered coat kept shushing them. Sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them for not wanting to go back.
Why is that?
That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know.
So, where were they headed?
I didn't hear exactly, but the leader was talking about the Strip. Fellow wants to get there and avoid the 15, he'd have to go east. Take Highway 93 up.
Want me to take a look at your broken radio?
Sure, the outside looks okay, but I think something broke on the inside. There'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. And that Mr. New Vegas seems like such a gentleman.
Do you know the robot that rescued me?
I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me.
What does he actually do around here?
Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
You don't like him?
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
How long has he been in good... sorry. How long has he been in Good Springs?
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was.
Never mind. Let's talk about something else.
Fine by me.
Does Good Springs get many visitors?
Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store manages to stay in business. Most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Primm, unless they're in desperate need of supplies.
Anything interesting going on in the rest of the wasteland?
There's always something interesting going on. But the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam.
It's going to be a rumble. Tell me about the NCR.
The New California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
Why do you think the NCR and the Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
What can you tell me about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Goodbye.
Be careful out there.
Alright, I'm gonna... Oh, we gotta do the level up, so... I've got 14 skill points, so we're gonna jump up a little bit with that. We're gonna... I think I'll do 5 into lockpick. I want my speech up, so we'll do 5 there right away. Actually, the first thing we're going to do is get everything up to an even 5, because it drives me nuts. Everything I want to use anyway. And we get a perk. And like I said when I was setting the character up, I like Black Widow, so I'm going to use Black Widow. Alright, I'm going to jump out of this for a second. We'll do a hard save, of course. Alright, let's drop out of this for a half a second and fix the chat, because I do want to talk to you people. You're kind enough to come and watch my stream, so I want to be able to talk to you. What link? It will not let me. Yeah, no, I've got it disabled on YouTube. I think I have it disabled on Twitch. That is strange because I can put email addresses on most sites, including chat. Ringo, trying to hide. Want to play a game of Caravan? Yeah. I like Caravan too. I hear a lot of people say it's the dumbest game in the world. I actually enjoy playing it, and one playthrough I actually got pretty good at it, so I might play it in this playthrough here, but let's get back in. Alright, chat is back and going, so let's go back to the saloon. Load this game, yes. You know, I haven't done so well in the casinos, but definitely I like Caravan. So, next thing we're going to do is I'm going to run around and we're going to use that repair skill that we tagged earlier, and we're going to do the radio. An examination of the radio's internal components reveals that several parts and connections were popped loose when the radio hit the floor. Should be a fairly simple repair job to get it working again. Repair of 20 or greater required. We're going to repair the radio because we're good people. Now it's working again. And now there's no Trudy. So one of the troubles with Goodsprings is it doesn't appear that there's really any unowned bed that you can use unless you run up to Victor's shack. So we're going to pop out of this. We'll go see Ringo quick, as long as we're up here. Have a good night, Trudy.
Evening.
See if we can find an owned bed. Or an unowned bed. Well, I can't go to the general store.
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not enemy, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. What say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan? You know how to play?
Yeah, I could pull my SMG out right now and just pop this guy with no repercussion. Because all he wants to do is play cards with me, and there was no way of verifying it. Did you know there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What are you going to do about the powder gangers?
I'm going to lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang.
Best of luck to you in the stream. Have a great day. I'm heading out, but I'll probably occasionally hop in the chat. Well, enjoy where you're going out to, Coded Humor. I'm going to be off here in just a little bit here because this is Wisconsin and the Packers are playing, so I'm not going to be streaming during that. And, of course, if I try to watch that on my tablet while they're playing, I'm going to get copyright struck again on YouTube. But, yeah, enjoy your day. Maybe I can help.
We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around and see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
Okay, so... we're here. This bed, I think, is owned over here. No, it's not. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll put 12 hours of sleep on. Oh, it'll be daylight again. And look, it's 9 o'clock in the morning. Now, do I want to do this right now or not? Yeah, because I need ammo. I don't know if my barter skill is high enough, though. I might have to come back to it. So, we're not going to do Ghost Town Gunfight right now. And that's simply based on the fact that we lose out on some missions we can do for the powder gangers if we do it right now. I'm going to side with Goodsprings on Ghost Town Gunfight, but there's a lot of mission and experience you miss out on if you get with them because you're automatically an enemy to the powder gangers if you do this right away. But let's see what Chet's got to do.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
An honest salesman. Now if we could just have our politicians be like that, seriously. Show me... Nah, I'm not going to buy right now. We'll do that at the end. Tell me about weapon mods and special ammo.
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
What makes surplus ammo inferior?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
What do you know about the situation with the powder gangers?
If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem.
What a prick.
Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
Do you know anything about the people who attacked me?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
Have you ever been to New Vegas?
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice.
You'll regret it.
Behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the Strip.
I'd like to know more about Mr. House.
I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
Theoretically. Anything else you can tell me about the Great Khans?
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
Alright, and that's all the dialogue that we have for this. Show me what you have for sale.
Can do.
So, he's got almost 1,000 caps, so we're going to unload some of the rest of this stuff that we don't want. We're going to hold on to the 9mm pistol for now. Grenade rifle we're going to keep. We'll get rid of these throwing spears. I'm going to keep the caravan shotgun for now. I don't want it. As far as varmint rifle, no, we'll get something soon enough that's chambered in 5.56 that's way better, so we'll hold off on that for now. We're going to keep the weathered 10mm probably throughout the rest of the game, and we'll hold on to the rest of that. Let's get rid of some of the rest of this here. And screw up the live chat again. Lightweight leather armor, we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of the raiding armor. Let's see. I'll keep these, because these are for the most part weightless. Alright, is there anything in miscellaneous I gotta get rid of? Gecko eggs, we'll get rid of those. Get rid of the leather belts. The mantis eggs. Mantis forelegs, we'll hold on to those for a while. Pre-war money, there's no use for that here. We'll go ahead and get rid of that. That we'll get rid of. That I'll hold on to. The cartons of cigarettes, we'll go ahead and get rid of those too. Bobby pins, of course, we're going to hang on to because those are how we pick locks. And ammo, I'll hold on to everything I have right now. So let's see what we've got over here. Salt Carbine Light Bolt for 3,000 caps. We'll hold off on that for now. We don't have an Assault Carbine yet. Let's see what else we can get here. So, we do need ammo, because I ran myself out of ammo earlier. We don't have a 357, won't do that. Get some cards. I don't have anything chambered in 556 yet, so we'll hold off on that for now. Grab some 9. Grab some high power 9. Grab some of those for the laser pistol and some of those. More cards. Greedo's here. Welcome in, Greedo. Welcome over to the stream. Thanks for watching me play Fallout New Vegas. You're kind of catching up towards the last half hour because the Packers are going to be playing soon, and I'm not going to be missing that. I'm going to pick up this plasma pistol. I'm going to do that right away. Fortunately, I don't have anything else where I can sell right now to go and get it, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. So I can't see anything else that I want or I want to spend money on right now, so we're gonna call it at that. And
Give me a
exit
shout
out.
if you need anything else.
What is the Mandalorian drama going on, Mr. Greedo? Tell us a bit more about that. I've heard some people really like that show, even people who were hardcore detractors of the new Disney versions of Star Wars. But tell me about the drama. Goodbye.
Take it easy now.
So next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back out to the workbench here and turn all of this ammo I just bought into overcharge. And we got a perk. I've never paid attention to what the perks are. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't think that was the big drama anymore. I figured something new came up. But yeah, I saw what you're talking about. We'll recycle some of that. Let's have a look here then. I do want to see what this perk does, because I did not pay attention to them at all the first time I went through. Ah, apparently it doesn't show me. That's lame. Greedo, a lot of people sit and watch the show that do that nowadays. That is one of the biggest things that goes along with this politically charged nature, so start getting used to it because it's not going to stop anytime soon. And I don't know what it's like on your side of the border either, but... Alright, let's pop out of here. So, yeah, we're not going to do Ghost Town Gunfire right yet. We'll go and check out what else we have going on here. What do I have for quests? Because we're not going to do that. I don't want the quest marker going. We're not going to do Dead Money yet. We're not going to do Honest Hearts yet. Definitely not going to do Lonesome Road yet. We'll set the main quest for right now. A TV show is meant to be enjoyed regardless of the main character's gender, sexuality, etc. And yet, here we are. There's a gigantic crossover there, and there's a bunch of loot over there as well, but There's a bunch of angry critters over there too, so we're gonna hold off on that. You know, I was just sitting here thinking to myself, I haven't seen very much as far as a crash yet, and then I realized that I haven't quicksaved for quite a while either, so. Just some stuff happened around Remembrance Day. Yeah, I heard about the Don Cherry thing. I've not had a chance to ask anybody that's Canadian about that, even though I do have a friend that's from Alberta, but other than that, yeah, I've just heard what comes along on our side of it. But that's crazy, too. Get the tumbleweed out of here. Now, the reason that I'm not doing Ghost Town Gunfight just yet is because the Powder Gangers have quite the selection of missions going on over in their little hideout. Fast travel. You have discovered several locations. You can fast travel back to discovered locations using the world map in your Pip-Boy. Oh, you don't say. It's like I knew that already. Like I played this game before. But, yeah, I get it. Not everybody knows that. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pop in here. Probably holster that for right now. The key, which we want that. Star bottle cap, so we're going to run into that idiot soon. Another weapon repair kit. Bunch of stuff in a locker. Bunch of stuff in another locker. Score. Turn the ham radio on for whatever reason we don't understand, but you gotta turn them on when you find them. What he said wasn't really directed to immigration and stuff, in my opinion. No, it wasn't. It's just some other reason for people to get outraged, and they need that. It's become fashionable in today's world, so let's do something with this this 9mm that we just got. So now we got 2 of them. So that's where we're supposed to be going on the quest, but we're going to take a detour out here. That's marked as owned.
You eyeballing me?
His guy's name is just Powder Ganger, so he's basically a red shirt ensign.
Never gets old when something blows up.
Yeah. Yeah, we know. You like to blow shit up. Alright, what is aggro? Oh, there's blowfly here. Of course, it's got nothing on it. Why would it? Why for caps? I got enough. Okay. Hate to have to go back and sneak kill one of these Powder Gangers with a poor sneak skill and steal his money so I can get into the NCR prison, where all of his friends are. There's a trailer house. I think he was just annoyed that not many Canadians buy a poppy for remembrance. Yeah, that was about it too, so I think a lot of Canadians were annoyed with the fact that he was annoyed by this. Oh, we got red blips. I'm out of AP, aren't I? Alright, where's the other one? Not used to having something that isn't scoped yet at this point in the game, so... But yeah, I do love to build sniper characters. That's part of the reason I took the 4 Eyes perk. Hey, buddy. Take some meat. Take our sustenance where we can get it out in this post-apocalyptic world. Oh, Xanderut. I want that. Look at all the dead Xanderut around here. And when I do Honest Hearts, I am probably going to do a little bit more of the survival-ish stuff out there and picking stuff up because... I mean, that'll be a huge way to get a lot of healing items that you wouldn't normally have access to in the vanilla game. So let's look around in here, and I'm still on good terms with the powder gangers, so we don't have to worry too much right now. Don't have anything in here. Poor soul. He was there when the bombs dropped. I'm going to hold on to that because that doesn't have a good resale value. So we'll leave that in the container. Let's go to prison. Can I blow that car up? Let's do that first, because if people start shooting at me, I don't want the car at my back to blow up. It's a bigger problem in 3 than it is in New Vegas. Alright, it's disarmed. Greedo Man, thanks for coming to my gaming stream. Maybe you can pop into the podcast at some point too. And it's not just YouTube I'm on right now. I'm on Twitch DLive. I'm over on my Facebook page as well. Over on Periscope via Twitter. I'm everywhere right now. So. Alright, we're going to come in here. Holster that.
Hey there, girly. You here to party with the powder gangers?
What is this place?
This is, or was, the Big House. New California Republic Correctional Facility. Not much correcting went on here. Just slave labor.
Yeah, that's about what Kamala Harris had under California too, so I can't be surprised by that.
Killed the guards, took over the whole damn territory.
Who's in charge of the prison now?
That'll be Eddie. You can usually find him sitting in the warden's old chair up in the main building.
Can I go in?
Well, I don't know. Depends on if you can make it worth my time. 100 caps sounds right to me.
Why don't you give me a speech option, you prick? Alright, here's your caps.
You can go on in. Can't guarantee your safety, though. Just saying.
I could go in if I blew your head off and looted the key off your body. What exactly is a powder ganger?
That's us. We got sent here to fix the rails and make some new ones. And for that, we got to use dynamite. Of course, dynamite works pretty good against caravan guards, too. So, that's what we do. Rob and blow things up.
Fascinating. What did you do to end up in here?
Me? I ran with the toughest gang in the Hub. You've heard of the Hub, right? It's, west of here, I think. Back in California.
It's on the ashes of Los Angeles, if I'm not mistaken, from the Fallout lore. If you're free, why are you sticking around?
We've got the biggest, baddest fort in the wasteland.
That's true.
There's water and power, and if we need grub, we just go out and steal it.
Goodbye.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Screw you, prick. Let's see. What else do we have?
Damn.
Most of these people aren't, don't have anything. Myers is
Didn't
here,
know
though.
anyone would willingly walk into this place. Not unless they were looking for trouble. What's your story?
What did you do before you ended up incarcerated?
I was a sheriff, believe it or not, for a small town far to the west of here. Short version is that sometimes justice is a little slow. And I helped speed it up one too many times. I'm not sorry for anything I did, but I will do the time. Fair enough trade if you ask me.
Tell me more about what happened in the prison.
I understand that Cook was behind it all. I kept my head down the whole time. Didn't want any part of it. I stuck around, figuring the NCR would show up and put things back the way they were. No sense in making myself look guilty, right?
No. Who's Cook?
Some kind of anti-NCR rebel. Some people just don't like being pushed around and told what to do.
Where can I find Cook?
He went north with some of the other guys. Didn't say where. Didn't say why. All I know is he's got some kind of score to settle with the NCR.
Why are you still here?
I'm not quite sure the kind of greeting NCR troopers will give an escaped con like myself. Figure it's better to stay put for now.
Who's in charge of the Powder Gangers?
Right now, Eddie and his boys run the place. They've got the guns and the dynamite, so they call the shots.
Goodbye.
Watch yourself up.
And of course, these are set to own, so we can't rate those. Everything else in here is set to own. We'll, you know, I'm willing to take the karma loss over this, but not while all these guys are in here with guns. But we'll come back here later, and I'll clean this out at a later date, because there's some good stuff in here. You can get a cigarette, caps. That's one of the star ones. Whereas that guy's gonna crawl up my ass any second here. And this'll bring us in. Another workbench we could use. Change those over. Well, I don't really have any stuff, so the cell block is kind of pointless at this point. I don't think we're going to get there today. It's going to be Packer time soon, so I think we're going to be calling it. I think we're going to go talk to Eddie, and we're going to call it for the day. So let's go do that. Yep, that's all set to owned, and everybody's got guns trained on you at this point.
Heard there was a new face around.
Hannigan.
I'm the doctor around here. Sort of.
I need a doctor. I don't really.
I've seen worse.
Never mind.
If you say so.
Why are you sort of the doctor?
I was an NCR medic for 6 months, so I'm not exactly a doctor. Still, it's more medical training than any of the other guys here. It also gives me an excuse to stay out of any raiding parties. The gang can't lose its only doctor now, can it?
What did you do to end up in here?
Medical supplies go for a decent amount of caps in the right markets. I figured the quartermaster wouldn't notice any missing. I was wrong.
What did you do before?
Let's see. I've been a farmhand, a bouncer, a bandit, and an NCR trooper. I don't recommend any of them.
Yeah, the NCR is the government. Screw that. What's your reason for staying?
The location by the highway makes it a good spot to shake down any travelers passing through. That's why Eddie and the rest are still around. Me, I like having big walls between myself and the wasteland.
It's like Uncle Joey in Back to the Future. Whenever we take him out of his playpen, he cries, so we just leave him in there all the time. How did you all manage to escape?
One night, there was a big explosion from the other cell block. I had no idea what was going on, so I took cover in my bunk. When it was all over, the guards were dead and we were free. Most of the other prisoners scattered, but a few of us stuck around, obviously.
Goodbye.
Later.
Alright, so we're there.
Could have sworn I saw some great cons the other day.
That's all set to own. The cons really aren't that great. They're kind of mediocre. Kind of average, if you will. That's all set to own.
Hey.
Hey. Oh, that's the alert. The Packer game's going to be starting soon. So yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to Eddie, and I think we're going to head on out of here. Scrambler. We'll talk to Scrambler too. What are you looking at? Why are you called Scrambler?
Why? It's because I mess up people so bad they don't know what part goes where when I'm done.
Charming. What did you do to end up in here?
Not much. Just killed a bunch of people. Maybe a couple kids too. Whatever.
How did you all break out?
Dynamite. Lots and lots of dynamite. You should have seen the body parts flying everywhere.
What do you do around here?
I keep an eye on my buddy Eddie. Anybody messes with him and I scramble them real good.
Goodbye.
Uh-huh.
Dawes said he let somebody in. So you going to give me a reason not to kill you and throw your body back outside?
What do you need done?
This is Powderganger territory, my territory. Most of the guys around here understand that. One, Chavez doesn't. Chavez formed his own crew and have been hitting traitors on their own. Everybody I've sent after him either got killed or weren't able to catch him. That leaves you. What do you say?
You only want me to deal with Chavez?
Chavez is the ringleader. Without him, his crew will fall apart, and I don't give a shit about those guys.
I'll do it.
Good. Chavez and his boys were last seen south of here. If you're lucky, and he's careless, he might still be there.
Alright. How did you end up in this place?
Why do you care? Answer, you shouldn't. I don't feel like trading life stories.
How did the breakout happen?
It was all Cook's idea. He and his boys managed to swipe some dynamite and hide it away in their cells. The rest of us just tagged along. Cook's crew headed north while the rest of us stuck around for payback.
What can you tell me about the prison?
The NCR called it a work-release prison. We lucky prisoners got the privilege of fixing up the rail lines and blasting rock for new lines. They got sloppy, though. Some of us managed to hide away some dynamite, and look who's in charge now.
What do you know about Cook?
One mean son of a bitch. Really truly hates the NCR for some reason. He got a lot of the other guys around to his way of thinking.
Where is Cook now?
He and his crew went north. I heard talk about some sort of big plan to get back at the NCR, but haven't seen them since.
Goodbye.
Yeah, get out of here.
Alright, we are going to call it there. So, get a good hard save in. So, that was my first trip at game streaming in Fallout New Vegas. I did a game recording once before I realized I could stream, and that went really well, but yeah, I think we're going to be doing this regularly here, and I want to thank everybody who came in and talked throughout everything. So, Ron Helton, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Mr. Greedo, thanks for coming in. My new people over on Twitch, thanks for stopping by and offering me what it is that you knew about this game that I didn't know. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to change my heads-up display color. I had no idea about that. thank you for offering me the advice on lockpicks. I did know about that, but yeah, again, like I say, I just learned about that very recently, so I didn't. It would have been helpful if I hadn't known about it, and there was a good chance, there was an even keel chance that I wouldn't have known about it. We will be back here tomorrow with Wyatt Birkenhoff from the Roundtable Decision channel, contributing writer over at freedomscoop.com. Go over and check us out over on the podcast. Go ahead and check us out. I think I'm going to stream for a little bit tomorrow as well. I'm going to stream for a little bit on Thanksgiving as well, just in the morning. We'll talk about what we're thankful for, everybody who came in. We'll stream this game for a little bit, then I'll be going out and having a great dinner with a great lady who decides to let me call her mine, and that's going to be that. Thanks for watching us, and we will catch you next time while we stream Fallout New Vegas. Let's jump out of here.